In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Up next, it's our main event between the San Francisco 49ers and the Houston Texans. Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And away we go from NRG Stadium. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Uh-oh, it's a fumble on the opening kick. Oh, and this will be a turnover. It's recovered by the kicking team. So never mind about who's receiving to start this game, Brock. Got ourselves a change of possession already, and this crowd is loving it.
And the first offense you'll see take the field is the home team, which is practically sprinting out there to take advantage and keep this crowd humming.
First red zone opportunity of the game now for the Texans. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he gets him about 3 yards here on the game's first offensive snap.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Oh, ready?
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Third and just 2 to go.
Look the hot, look the hot. Out, hot. 118. What's up?
Here he is on 3rd and short. This one's caught. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
They've made it to 1st and goal on their opening drive, hoping to start this game with 6. Mixon has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
Out, what's up? 118.
They go to him again. And he gets nothing here. The defense stands strong. Stuffed once again, and now suddenly they're left with 3rd and goal.
When you get stuff like that on a 2nd down run, the focus kind of shifts from getting a 1st down to just giving your punter enough room to get the ball out.
2 yards away from a touchdown to begin this game. Here's 3rd and goal.
Hey, buggy. Hey, uno.
Shotgun now, first round. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll get a little bit of grace for a drop in the first frame, but that's one, as this game goes on, he's got to have. It's hard on 3rd down to execute. And with the ball in your hands, you got to find a way to catch it.
All right, they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Running for it, Mixon. And this defense completes the goal line stand. What a start to their game as they get off the field with a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, that kind of game may not take a safety out of the picture on the next play, but at least you won't have half your guys standing in the end zone on the next snap. That was a valuable little run right there.
Purdy on the play action. To the left side and wheeled in by Kittle. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. It's a nice running in on that 7-yard gain, make it 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Good pickup, and he's denied that first down. The stop comes at the 32-yard line.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Get set. What's up?
1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. Fits it through the middle. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving 2. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Get set.
On the gun is Purdy. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. That's Evans making the catch outright. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. Purdy gonna go on 4th. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's gonna go over on down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First down throw by Stroud. It's from deep to the left side. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he has it into the red zone as he reaches that 20-yard line.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
They'll say hello to the red zone after that big play, huh? As they get set for 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Mixon. And he's hit and sent out of bounds, so this ends as a gain of close to 7, 2nd down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Finding his back, Mixon. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
How? What's that? What? 18. What's that?
All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Texans with a chance to score.
On the click, right?
Here's Stroud. Brought in.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6.
Hey, uno. Here we go. Hey.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans get the game's first points here in the 2nd. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. This makes it up to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
'49ers to the line. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Short pass brought in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
21. Get set.
Play action now with Purdy. Vacates quickly left side. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
I don't mind that play-action shot at all, Kate, especially in this circumstance. The only problem is I think that defensive coordinator, was thinking the way the offensive coordinator was, as they defended that pretty darn well.
Purdy looking to throw here. It's 3rd and 2. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. So it's going to be 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out. Go.
To the air again. Purdy. He lofts one deep, center of the field. He's got it at the 30. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers start to fight back with their first points of this game. Mike Evans with the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, it's Jalen Noel. In the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Here we go, let's go. Level stop.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Throw right side, Dell has it. And he works it forward to the 43-yard line. Stopped that time by someone who collects tackles and all-pro nods every season, Fred Warner.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Oh, ready.
Running from the pistol, it's Mixon. Across midfield to the 45. Inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a second quarter lead. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Purdy throwing here. And they'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. To the air on 3rd and long. Ayuk makes the catch. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try it right with McCaffrey. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there. Fourth down, pass coming. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on 4th down, Brock. They're moving the chains.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the 49er 1st down.
1st and 10 from the 32. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and of course, it's the incompletion.
And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Azeez Al-Shaair that time on the tackle.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Get set, get set. Run around, set.
3rd and short, here's Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the defense comes through, that's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
And it's 4th down.
Timeout coming from the Texans. first, as they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Eddie Pinheiro out to try to put up 3 here for the Niners. This a 54-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down to a 4-point game.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Noel to return this. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10.
Here we go. Tony.
They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Nick Bosa makes the stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Why Tony?
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Well, that delay game certainly doesn't help things. It's third and even longer now.
On the quick, right? 18, okay.
Here he goes, third and long. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds.
At their own 47-yard line.
The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. First and 10 coming up.
18, what's up?
Now it's Purdy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. And now it's second down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Bobbled up on the right side. That's Ayuk. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So first down from the 41. From From the gun is Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. George Kittle, the intended receiver. And we'll see what they do here on second down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And this is no good. From this distance, issues on that snap are going to doom you every time. And this will remain a 4-point game.
Hey, whether it's a good hold or not, the process is the same for that kicker. He's going to catch some unfair blame on this one, Kate, because it was the snap that just set everything off. Not accurate enough, and that left the holder scrambling to try to get his job done, and none of them, unfortunately, could.
And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means one last play in this half. Now it's Kaimi Fairbairn on to try it for the Texans. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. No to return this. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun now, first round. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now it's Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
New set of downs from the 37. First down throw by Stroud. That's back-to-back for Dell. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First and 10, around to Mixon. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Up down by Fred Warner.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Look the hot, look the hot. 18, let's hurt. White, Tony.
Here's Stroud. Hits him on the end route. And they are going to have to face a third down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go, let's go. 118.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his man. This is Noel. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
18, let's hurt. Go.
To the air, Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
A give to Mixon up the middle. And he stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. 7 yards that time, and now it's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Now Stroud on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be a Houston touchdown. The Texans grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, it wasn't hard to see why they botched on that play fake. Even our camera operator was fooled into thinking it was a run, but certainly made it easier to connect on that touchdown pass.
And that's all about the attention to details, Kate. Really is. The offensive line getting their pads down. The running back and quarterback at that mesh point, making it look exactly like a run. You do the details on the front end, and the play-action game rewards follow on the back end.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out.
Play action now. Purdy. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Got a man. This is Evans. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Get set, get set. 18.
Play action now with Purdy. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, so he's just going to hurl this one away.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Outside. 18.
Purdy on the play action. Pearsall there to grab it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Sticking to the air here. It's Purdy. He puts some air under it deep down the left. He's got it inside the 10. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that will set up 1st and goal.
And
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches, they really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
3rd and goal, Purdy. Buys time, rolling right. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing, but throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
They'll leave the offense out there and try 4th and goal from the 4.
Get set.
Again, it's Brock Purdy. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers start the second half with some needed points. Mike Evans with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
49ers 17.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Noel to return this. He's brought down just inside the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Wanting to start the drive with Mixon. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up at the 38.
All right.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Taking a deep shot here. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Short pass brought in. He is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
And the Texans 1st down.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's the Texans in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Running left is Mixon. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
Another Texans
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
We've set it downs from 37.
South. Here we go. 18. Let's go.
Off the play action. Here's Stroud. Well, finding his back. Nixon. He won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Look the hot. All right. 18. South. Good.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Completed left side to Smith. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Third down, and they need to get 10.
All right. 18. What's that? Hey, uno. Buggy. 11.
They'll throw. Third and long. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
You know, on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they will push it to double digits in a two-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a two-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. First and 10 coming up. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He's got Ayuk downfield. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. That's a pickup of 9. And that gives the 49ers the first.
That's a play that won't pop on the stat sheet, but the players and coaches won't forget about it. I promise you that. Coaches will file that one away the next time. They really need to pick up a few yards.
First and 10 from the 32.
41. Let's back in. Get set.
Purdy to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts him.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Outside. 18. Watch out.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. And he gets this forward to the 19. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that means it'll be first down, San Francisco.
49er first down. A gain of 9 yards. And a 49er first down.
Get set. 18! Get it!
From the red zone on first. It's his running back. Has room into the secondary. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers make it a 4-point game here in the fourth. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. And now for the point after. And crucially, to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the fourth.
49ers 24. Eddie Pinheiro.
Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Noel to return this. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10. Stroud. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
The 41-yard line.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. This is Mixon. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. We've got whistles and a timeout call by the defense. 2:07 left to play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10.
Here we go. Look the hot.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So we do get a timeout from the defense just before the 2-minute warning. So one more play before we reach that break.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
All right, this is going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Got his man. This is Noel. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he can't escape, Brock. They lose yards, but defensively, no timeouts left to stop the clock and take advantage.
It's a loss of a yard.
Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Break the huddle. It's second down now. Keeping it with Mixon. And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped a loss again. It's going to be third down.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the old lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Setting up for the kneel down on third.
What's up?
Moves around that corner. So it's a win for the Texans. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
Indeed, all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
So for Brock Huard, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.